howtoflip.net, where real estate investors learn how to work on their business and not in it, with the motto, always work hard, but never forget to work smart.
Hey, what's going on? You're going to get a lot of objections, but one of the main ones is, I need to think about it. And it's kind of the hardest objection when someone says, I need to think about it, or I need to talk to my wife. Something like that. So what you're going to come across is people who are selling their home, but they're just a half owner. They either own the house with their wives, or yeah, that's typical. Like, it's going to be a husband and wife, or ex-husband and ex-wife, but they both own the house. You want to make sure both of those people come to the appointment, so you're able to sign that day. So, okay, let's say now you're at the appointment and both of them are there. Or let's say you go there and both of them are not there. So in this situation, let's say both of them are there. And then they say, oh, I need to think about it. So what we want to tell them is, like, what is there to think about? You know, you don't want to say it like that, but you just want to say you want to say something like, what about this transaction? What about this situation? What about this contract? What do you need to think? What do you need to think about exactly? So, is it me? Am I the right person to work with? I mean, did I explain everything to you? Did I show you everything? You know what I mean? Did I handle myself correctly? So what you're doing there is kind of putting them, kind of putting the blame on them, but they're gonna be like, oh no, it's not you, man. You were a great guy. You showed me everything. You did everything you're supposed to, and we gained a lot of information from you. And then you can say, okay, so if it's not me, then is it our company? I mean, did I kind of give you a good enough background on our company? Did I show you? So the sales presentation, along with your logo, polo, or jacket, and your professionalism coming in there, should represent the company pretty well. And they should not question the company based on your sales presentation and everything else, because you're coming in there like just business as usual. Like, how does Comcast cable or your cable provider come to your house? They come in with a polo or a jacket. They come with their equipment, and they come in, they assess everything, and they set everything up. You don't ask questions because you know that they're there to handle business. So that's how you want to come in. But you want to be you're in the sales industry and not in the cable industry. You're going to be more talkative. You're going to ask more questions to gain more information. So a situation like this, you want to ask, okay, so now it's not the company, it's not you, and then you're going to ask them, is it the terms? Did I explain everything in the contract correctly? Now you go over the contract. Then they say, no, it's not the terms, or no, it's not that, it's not this. You explained everything now, but you go over the contract anyways. Okay, let's go over the contract. I just want to make sure you know everything, because anything that you probably need to ask, I know that I can answer that for you. I can answer whatever question you have regarding selling a home or any kind of transaction. I can answer it for you. And then, so kind of how you not ignore, but kind of let them know before you get to this point. And they need to understand that this is not the only house that you guys buy. You need to understand that we're looking at other homes too in your neighborhood. And you need to come in with a demeanor and a posture that we have the money, we're able to buy, but we don't have to buy. We have the money, we're able to buy, but we don't have to buy. We don't have to buy from you. It'll be nice if we can buy from you, but we don't have to buy from you. You know what I mean? I want to see if we can do a deal, but we don't have to. You don't want to come. So your demeanor and your body language and the way you ask questions and the way you respond to their questions and everything else should show that you mean business and you're able to do what you say you're going to do. So In this situation, you want to tell them, oh, so if they say it's not the terms, you go over the price, you cross out anything that they're concerned about. So typically for me in Seattle, a lot of these sellers, the very last thing that I can use for negotiation, I can cross out, I can say we can pay the excise tax. Excise tax is 1.78%. It's like a transfer tax. Every time you sell a house, the seller has to pay excise tax. So depending on the price of the home, if we have a really huge profit on the table, we can eat that excise tax, and that excise tax could be anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. It depends. If we're dealing with $100,000 house, which is really, really, really rare in the Seattle area, all the way up to $1 million house. So we can say if we have a big profit, 50,000, 60, 70, something like that, we can eat that $1,000 to $10,000, and that's a big profit for them. Oh, and then we cross that out. We cross out if it's a really good deal where we know we're going to make profit at the price that we're locked in at, and you looked at the property. There's nothing major. You know this is going to sell. We're going to cross out the inspections. So we are going to inspect the house, but we're going to cross out the inspection. That means we can't back out based on that clause. We're going to cross out a few clauses, and then if you know this is just a screaming deal, so you cross out that clause, and you've already double checked and you know it's a screaming deal. You double check with your manager, you double check with whoever you're working with. This is a good deal, and we don't need that clause there. So you can cross those out, and then after you're done doing all that, put an X next to everything you crossed out. Put two check marks, and then you initial where you crossed out. Initial, and then you put a space for them to initial. And then you put an X where they need to sign, an X where they need to put their phone number, everything else. And then what you say is, and then they finally say, you know what, my objection. And then after the terms, you say, okay, now the terms look okay. But they say, yeah, the terms are fine, but I'm just not sure about the price. Then you say, oh, okay, so you need to think about the price. So the price is the objection. The price is the objection. So that's when you need to figure out a price that can work. And there's another video that I made on the price objection. After you handle all the objections, you narrow it down, you get deep, and you find out what's going on. That's when you X everything, and then you pull out the pen, kind of like this. Let me get a pen for you guys, like this. A pen, contract, pull out a pen, do it just like, I need you to sign right here, 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 and we can get the ball rolling. Or you can say, I need you to sign right here, 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 initial here, initial here. Make sure you put your phone number, your email address here, so escrow can get a hold of you. And then once you do this, I'm going to submit all this information in the escrow office. We're going to submit everything, and then you're going to get a call from my escrow agent. Here's my business card if you need to reach out to me or anybody on our team. And then here's the escrow agent's business card. And she's going to be calling you. You can call her to ask any questions or anything. Any questions you have, you can reach out to her. And what's going to happen, they're going to give you a call. They're going to figure out a time that you come in to sign. And then after you sign, the buying side, our side signs. And then what happens now is the deal gets recorded downtown. After it gets recorded downtown, you either get a check or you get a wire, and then it's closed, and you move on and do whatever you're gonna do. Move on and move to your new house. Take a vacation. Do whatever you need to do with the money that you receive. But that's the process. I just need you to sign right here, and we get everything going.
Don't forget to visit howtoflip.net for training and up-to-date content that will increase your profitability because you increase your productivity. Also, remember to visit reiconnection.net, where real estate investors are more profitable because they collaborate instead of compete. And if you're looking to start doing a virtual wholesaling business, visit seattlejvprofits.com. This way you can increase your monthly profits outside of your market. Once again, always work hard, but never forget to work smart. Subscribe to this channel today. We will have more updates available every week.